Okay, Solawam, Kwam Yasa Allah, Koholoyimla, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rachahakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us his beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Achananawah. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And another one of these hyenas, they done arrested and got her off the streets, which is great. It says Detroit teen girl named Princess Diana charged with shooting and wounding boy 13 at the bus stop. Princess Diana Jennings-Carter, I don't know who the fuck thought of naming her ass that shit, 16 of Detroit, faces charges for allegedly shooting and wounding a 13-year-old boy on the city's west side. She is being tried as an adult, which they should show a picture of her ass. You know how they be with the age and shit. She's underage. No, show that bitch. And so we can be, aware. Let us see who this monster is. The shooting occurred around 6:45 p.m. on West 7 Mile Road. Authorities allege that Jennings-Carter approached the boy at a bus stop and fired multiple shots, wounding him in the right thigh and buttocks. She fled the scene and was arrested the following day. Police did not disclose if the girl knew the victim or the motive behind the shooting. She probably didn't even know him. You could have just been out here just, like the chick that was twerking on top of the SUV and got hit by the damn fire truck, just out here just wild as hell. Could have been some gang initiation. You never know. Okay, it says she faces charges of murder, assault with intent to murder, assault with intent to do great bodily harm, carrying a weapon with unlawful intent, and 3 counts of felony firearm. She is expected to be arraigned this afternoon, in the 36th District Court. So that was today. So, yeah, they may not show no photos of her. Hey, it's 4:44, man. We need mercy, man. I'm going to be praying to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for mercy. This is why we always say to pray. Pray without ceasing. Let me get that real quick. One of the shortest verses in the Bible, man. I think it's one verse that's only got like 2 words. But this one right here is one of the shortest verses in the scriptures right here. It's only 3 words. It's that 5 and 17. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 17. Pray without ceasing. See? You're supposed to be constantly praying. Praying before you leave the house. Praying while you at the house. Praying while you at work. Praying before you get in your car. Praying when you get back in your car. Pray, throw up a quick prayer, man. You know what I'm saying? And especially you need to be, as young men these days, brothers, you need to be praying. If you meet a chick, you need to be praying immediately. Lord, what you think about this one? Because he'll show you that she's a goddamn monster if he's dealing with you. And if you're sincere about accepting the answer, don't mess with her. And overall, these little young E's, man, they out of control. That's a done deal. There's no going back. There's no saving them. There's no counseling them. That shit's over with. You're living in the last days. This is flood behavior, and it's only going to get worse. But guess what? The Lord is going to set it up where these proud ass women, you strong as hell, you out here, you doing all kinds of weird shit. The Lord going to break your ass down to that little girl again. And wherever she's about to go, because if they charging her as an adult, I don't even know how they even do that. Like, are they gonna put her ass in an adult women's jail? Because if so, and she don't have the gun, it's not gonna be a pretty look for her. Hell, even if she go to juvenile, it's not gonna be a pretty look. I mean, it's gonna be somebody in there that's gonna be bigger, badder, and gonna whoop her ass. She gonna be in there terrified. And see, people like to always say with this scripture, let me get one of the 10 commandments, right? Exodus chapter 20. And judgment on the little mans that got shot too, because these kids are reckless. Or young men and women, because these are young men and women. In the ancient days, 13 years old, you would have been considered to be a young man. With a damn, probably even, father that already chose you a wife, the whole hookup. That 16-year-old, she would have been already married. She'd have had like 3 kids or so by now. in the ancient world, right? But this is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 12. It says, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. So when I see, when you see young women, and young brother, young men dying like that, or getting punished, so to speak, wounded in a way that's just crazy. A lot of the times it be because they're disobedient to their parents, man. And this scripture right here it talks about how this is the first commandment with promise. There's a promise that goes along with that you will have long days. So ain't no telling what's going to happen to her where she's going. Ain't no telling what's going to happen. The young 13, the 13-year-old, ain't no telling, what's going to go down with him. And who knows? They could have knew each other. They could have had some words. But where the fuck this bitch get a gun from? And see, Trump got something for y'all asses. Trump, I was just listening to the apostles. There's a couple of elders that's been talking about Trump done signed an executive order for these motherfucking cops to pretty much whoop your ass down and not get no trouble no more. All that old George Floyd shit, all that marching and shit, you can cut all that out. That ain't gonna be working with this new executive order with Trump. Trump is gonna give these police officers full-fledged force to come and tear your ass up if you get out of hand. And then, Trump talking about sending y'all asses to El Salvador. Regular American citizens. So they ain't got no problems, shipping your ass out of here. You be boo-hooing and crying about your mama. Now you want your snot bubbles and shit. You crying because you want your mama, your daddy. And these single mothers, man, you're just raising monsters, bro. That's why I say, hey, ain't no coming back from this here, man. Only thing that can happen, matter of fact, let me get another one. Only thing that can happen is the Lord just got to just come on through with that destruction. That's it. That's it. It's nothing else that can be done. Oh, yep. Isaiah 1:5. Why should ye be stricken anymore? Matter of fact, let me see. Let me go into this. Let me just start at verse 3. Isaiah 1:3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doeth not know. My people doeth not consider. Our people don't consider who they are. They don't even. They just running around here on black and on proud. But a damn color out of a crayon box is not a ethnicity, man. They don't even think like, who are we? Who are we? What? They'll call themselves these kings and queens and all this other shit, but they don't even think back like, what were you like before you got here under the this painful journey of the so-called white man whipping on you, treating you like shit. And then I'm telling you, man, the so-called black woman too, she is like ice cream on a cone with Esau, the so-called white man. They go together like ice cream and a cone. They go together like peanut butter and jelly, man, when it comes to destroying the so-called black man. Because I'm willing to bet you her little ass, she probably done had a couple of abortions already. If she's one of those studies. Because she ain't had no problems trying to gun down a little so-called black man. I'm telling you, they go together, Michael Jordan and Pippen. Old school Shaquille O'Neal and fucking Penny Hardaway. Like straight up. They go together like burger with cheese on it. The so-called black woman, she is set up to destroy you so-called black men. That's why the apostles be saying, hey, just leave them alone, man. Just leave them alone. Because that Isaiah 4:1 is about to come down the pipe soon. Where it talks about 7 women shall take hold of one man. That's how crazy it's about to fucking get out here. When Jacob's trouble hit, and it's coming. It's already in motion. When Jacob's trouble hit, you proud ass women, all the shit that you've done, you're gonna pay for. And these dudes are not gonna be looking at you like you're you should be, they're all the looking at you because you got a fat ass, a nice smile, some big tits, whatever the case may be, nice shape. Dude's not gonna be looking at you for it, because matter of fact, you're not gonna have no personal hygiene products. Shit is gonna be all out of play. You may not have no goddamn water to even get you get your ass into, because a lot of you're not washing up properly anyway. But that day comes, all that old, you ain't gonna have no lights to even look in no damn mirror. Ain't gonna be no selfies. Ain't gonna be no motherfucking Instagram. Ain't gonna be no OnlyFans. Ain't gonna be none of that shit. Ain't gonna be none of that. All that shit gonna be over with. And it's coming. And in that day, that's when you're gonna know we fucked up. Verse 4, Isaiah 1 and 4, all sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord Yahweh. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards. Why should ye be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with anointment. Hey, it's a done deal. The whole head is sick. There's no coming back from where Israel is at right now, other than the Lord dealing with you, choosing you. You're part of the elect, and Him waking you up, and you coming into this truth and coming to these scriptures, man. That's the only rectifying there is. That's it. Other than that, you're going to be destroyed along with the heathen. You're going to be right here in these Americas, because America's going to be nuked. The Lord gonna burn them BBLs right off y'all goddamn. Them shit's gonna melt when them goddamn arrows get to flying, man. Them nuclear weapons. All that goddamn Botox, all them lips, them tits you done went and got, all that shit gonna melt. Matter of fact, the scriptures talks about how, let's see, their tongue and eyes will consume. Let me see. Yep, Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. What you think is going to do that? Thermonuclear fire. Because Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. The main enemy of the Lord is Esau Edom. He has the Israelites. He actually has Jerusalem, Zion, basically right here in the Americas, in slavery and captivity to this very day. So when he nuked their asses, you're gonna get the business right along with them, because you're all hugged up with them. You know, the scriptures talks about though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. But I bet you she's sitting her dumb ass in that jail cell looking stupid as hell. I bet she's not so prideful right now. I bet she's sitting in that motherfucker scared as shit. Especially when they told her you're going to be tried as an adult. Because she's probably thinking, well, I'm a child, and I'm sure her lawyers are going to fight that, trying to, well, she's have leniency, your honor. But this motherfucker's out shooting at people like a goddamn straight dog, man, a damn criminal. That bitch need to be, put down. What can you do with something like that? But she gonna have a lawyer that's gonna argue that she should be tried as a juvenile. No, keep them adult charges on her adult ass with out here shooting damn guns at people at the bus stop. But I'm betting you, she in that goddamn jail cell right now. She can't have her cell phone. That right there in itself is that's like a life sentence in itself. For a 16-year-old to not have a cell phone for a day. She gonna be in this bitch. Come on, bro. She ain't getting out of there. There's cameras every damn where. They got the gun. Fingerprints on that bitch. What do you think is gonna, she's sitting in that bitch right now, probably pulling her goddamn hair out. Anxiety attacks. Now them demons is on her. The same demons that was on her ass to do what she was doing, they on her ass right now. I'm willing to bet you that. That can't be a good feeling. You in a jail. Look, going to jail, That shit is not pretty. I don't give a fuck with nobody. All these niggas with that old, I do that time standing on my head. Yeah, right. I've been to jail before a couple of times, and it was just overnight. I've never done a prison thing. I can't even imagine going to prison. I think I've gone to jail maybe 3 times over some bullshit. Some damn weed back in the days before they, shit was all legal now. But anyway, them handcuffs are they hurt. And just being there, it's crazy, bro. Like, I can't even explain. The feeling, it's crazy, bro. You were in a cell, generally in lockup with a bunch of other crazies. It's not a good feeling. And I was just in that motherfucker not even a whole 24 hours each time. I probably, maybe 8 to 16 hours, something like that. But I was out. So I can't imagine being in a motherfucking cell for a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year, 2 years. Motherfuckers is getting, they giving out centuries to people, man. Anyway. So she gonna be in there, man, more than likely there, you know what I'm saying, until, when the Lord comes. When the missiles hit, she's gonna be in there toasting. She gonna be grabbing onto them hot ass bars, and her goddamn hands gonna be melting. Them bars it's gonna be like a goddamn air fryer for her ass in there, man. Anyway, let's get this one. I ain't want to keep this long. I'm just looking like, God damn, bro. This is all you hearing, though, is these stories about Eve, man. Let's go into this Ecclesiasticus 25. And here's that one. Let's get this one. Verse 13. Give me any plague, but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman. My goodness gracious. Verse 19. All wickedness is but a little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin. Through her we all die. Like, for real, man. The woman, man, they setting niggas up all kinds of ways these days, bro. Be careful. Be careful, bro. Don't let that bitch come to your house. Don't go to hers for damn sure. You got to use some wisdom. You got to really do some vetting, man. But pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai when you meet any of these chicks, man. Because they're dangerous to be around. It just is what it is. I mean, shit, if you got sisters, pay attention to them. If your mama, aunties, motherfuckers just wicked as hell, bro. You should be able to see from them that these other women ain't no different. I'm not saying it's every single last one of them, but the black woman is so spoiled these days that shit is like, that's like milk, man, that's been out in the yard, man, for like 6 months. You ain't trying to, you don't want to drink none of that. You don't want no parts of that shit there, bro. Trust me. They're spoiled and rotten to the core, man. It just is what it is. And all we can do is pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, for mercy, and that, He will hasten the day, man. He will shorten these days so we can get the fuck out of here. Because we're destroyed. We're completely destroyed as a people in this kingdom, man. Imagine her having kids. Imagine that. Imagine her having kids. And what her kids would be like. And again, she probably done had an abortion or two already. But hey, man, I don't want to keep this long. But this is verse 25. Ecclesiasticus 25 and 25. And this is the book of, this is the King James 1611 Bible. I like to always mention that because these are the extra books. If you get a 1611 King James Bible, this is the original Bible. Before Esau, the so-called white man, got to taking out books out of the Bible. With his smart ass, you know what I'm saying? His wicked ass. And he's a wicked God, man, because this is his kingdom. These people are crazy as fuck because you got a crazy man running shit. But it goes on to say, Ecclesiasticus, also known as the Book of Sirach, 25 and 25, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. She needs to be in jail. She don't need to be able to have the liberty to walk about in public. She needs to go to jail. And in the ancient days, she'd have been put to death. But in the ancient days, she wouldn't have been doing nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we need to go back to. We're going back to our original state, man. Being in a kingdom of Esau, the so-called white man, the scriptures talks about how, I'm trying to think, where is that? Is it Sirach? Let me see if it's Sirach. I think it's chapter 10. Yep. Let me start from the top. Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. But see, Esau, he's not a prudent man. The so-called white man, he's not prudent. That motherfucker's stupid as hell. This is his kingdom where all these people running around wild as fuck. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And this is just the world, because Esau running the world. It says city, but he's running the globe. All these continents where the so-called white people are, calling themselves Europeans and Caucasians and Russians and Germans and Ukraine, these are all Edomites. None of them are prudent. They're actually, these are the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. It says, an unwise king, verse 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So we're waiting on our Lord, because this is not going to happen with Esau running nothing. Esau, the so-called white man, he's incapable. Matter of fact, the script, he's a base man. Let me get that in the blue letter. Let's go to Daniel 4:17. Let me read it in the New Living Translation. It says, for this has been decreed by the messengers. It is commanded by the holy ones, so that everyone may know that the Most High rules over the kingdoms of the world. He gives them to anyone he chooses, even to the lowliest of people. So he gave the kingdom to the lowliest of people, which is Esau, the so-called white man. Look how doofy this motherfucker is. You got oil spills all over the place. You done fucked up the air quality. People got all these diseases from your ass. You can't get fresh fruits and vegetables. None of the foods had nutrients in it no more. He's taking the damn seeds out of everything. Violence is just, you had to really, you taking a chance walking out of your house in this man's kingdom. You taking a chance being in your house in this man's kingdom. Goddamn plane can fall out of the sky. A goddamn car can jump the fucking curb and land in your damn living room. A straight bullet. We need out of here. Everything is fucking poison. Every time you look up, it's a recall on the news. Here you go. You done ate the very thing that they recalling. Wondering if your ass gonna die. This man it's just terrible, bro. He's spraying shit all in the air. He's talking about blotting out the sun. This is not a smart guy. Now they front like they are. They talk as if they got all the wisdom in the world, but everything they be putting together and the shit they be doing is just stupid as hell, man. All this goddamn trafficking going on. Kids are coming up missing. Rape, robbing, and pillaging. It's just a nasty place, man. Diseases are running rampant. People are on dope, drugs, you name it, anything they can get their hands on to get high, just to get away from this reality. They jumping off buildings. The overdose is through the roof. The suicides is through the roof. They got a whole new hotline, man, for suicides now. The 988 number. And they can't even keep enough people. They don't have enough people to actually answer all them calls. People just they checking out. And the list goes on and on and on and on. And one of the main things that your household, he has killed the family. He has killed the family, especially amongst you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The young men of this new era, this new generation right here, they really don't have nothing to choose from except for a bitch like this right here that will shoot your ass. She'll gun your ass down. And you've been hearing about a lot of that lately. Women gunning down the man. You got this one so-called black woman, she gunned down the man over some loud-ass music. The man, I guess he's, went next door to ask her, could she turn her shit down? I wouldn't even have done that. That wasn't wise. Yeah, you just got to deal sometimes. Sometimes you just got to get in your vehicle and just drive away. Like, fuck it. But she shot that man and killed him. He was a doctor. I think it was a dentist. Yep. Young, successful dentist. And that bitch shot his ass, man. Killed him. See? So, it's all manner of stuff that's going on. They abusing the children. You growing up in a so-called black woman, single family household with a so-called black woman, man, I feel for you in this day and time. I really do feel for the kids, man. Because women don't handle well when shit not going good. Now, when everything going fine, or they great. But let a bill be rent coming, just shit where she just gets stressed. The kids, man, oh my. Oh my. You want to be begging to go and stay with a relative, man. One of your nice aunties or something. Your grandmama, your great-grandma, whoever. Your pawpaw, whoever, man. You get the fuck away from her ass. Because she will not. They've been deleting the babies, man. This one Eve, she rolled her damn daughter into the closet in the damn stroller. She was mummified. But she was still collecting like a $900 disability check off her, man. While the baby was, the girl been dead. Just doing all kinds of weird shit, bro. So, just know that scripture that it talks about how in the last days perilous times shall come. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 through like 5, where it talks about men shall be lovers of their own selves and, unholy, unthankful. They will be without natural affection, fierce. Even Yahweh, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus. His name is Yahweh, which means that he's the Savior or deliverer in the Paleo-Hebrew. And in Matthew 24, in verse 12, let's get it real quick. He said, this is one of the things that he said will be happening in the end days before his coming. In the NLT, New Living Translation, Matthew 24 and 12, sin will be rampant everywhere and the love of many will grow cold. This is one of the things that he told the disciples because they asked him, Lord, what's going to be happening before you come? He explained to them, wars, rumors of wars, pestilence, famines, earthquakes in diverse places, kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. You know what I'm saying? All these are the beginning of sorrows, roughly paraphrasing. So he gave a list of things that will be happening. And this is one of the things he said, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. People cold as shit out here now. Cold-blooded. And nobody, everybody just on the move, man. Thinking about themselves, on that damn phone. Road rage. Nobody knows the neighbors. You don't know nobody that's living next to you upstairs. Don't even want to get to know you. Most people don't even want to be around their family. Everybody is just alone and just individually to themselves. But when this Jacob's trouble hit, people are going to be wishing that they had somebody other than them badass kids. Anyway, because that's all that really, the single woman, all she got overall, she got the kids, which she's mean as hell to. And the ones that are kind of nice to their kids, they're going to turn mean because it's going to get to a point where you're not going to have what you need. And that's when that spirit of anxiety kicks in. That worrying. What am I going to do? That I can't stop thinking like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And the kids are screaming and crying. They hungry. Yeah, that's not a good combo right there. Right? So I'm going to end out there, man. I pray that this lesson was edifying. Hey, Jake, man, be careful with Eve out here. Because this is not surprising. This don't surprise me at all. I try and steer clear of black women when I'm in public. I'm not fronting. I'm in and out. If I can avoid them. The best thing about Walmart right now is when they came out with that goddamn self-checkout, where I don't have to walk through one of them lines and deal with that goddamn mouth hanging, poked out, and looking at me like, we woke up this morning together. Like I wronged you last night or some shit. Like, bitch, I try and ease. I don't want nothing to do with them. I don't want to talk to them. I keep it moving. Real. Prideful as hell. Mean as hell. Only people that they're nice to is white people. That's it. Coming to their own people, they treat you like shit. But with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yasha'Allah and the Bible Ball.